नमस्कार, कालिका एफएम 95.2 मा अब तपाईँ सुन्न सक्नुहुन्छ प्रत्यक्ष शिक्षकको साथमा कक्षा 10 को पाठ्यक्रममा आधारित एसएलसीलाई लक्षित गरी तयार गरिएको कार्यक्रम रेडियो पाठशाला। नमस्ते, यो हो कालिका एफएम 95.2, निकटमा कालिका विकटमा कालिका, मध्य नेपालको सर्वोत्कृष्ट कालिका। कालिका एफएमको कार्यक्रम रेडियो पाठशालामा यहाँलाई हामी हार्दिक स्वागत गर्दछौँ। भोलिबाट यस वर्षको एसएलसी परीक्षाको सुरुवात हुँदैछ। आजको यस अङ्कमा हामीले भोलि सञ्चालन हुन गइरहेको अनिवार्य अङ्ग्रेजीको परीक्षालाई केन्द्रित गरेर अङ्ग्रेजी विषयको अध्यापन गराउन आउँदै हुनुहुन्छ अर्किड उच्च माध्यमिक विद्यालयका सहप्राचार्य ओमराज मैनाली।
Namaskar, sir.
Hello class, good evening. So by this time all of you might have already completed your preparation, right? Well, now I'm going to touch some of the questions so that you will get some guidelines and do better tomorrow. Well, now I have a question paper, SLC examination of the past year in my hand, and let's take it as a model. So I'm going to discuss with you all. Okay? Here in question number 1, the poem Weathers by Thomas Hardy has been given. Now let me put the paraphrase of it. Here in the poem Weathers, the poet has described the different activities that occur in the bright and pleasant weathers of the spring season and in the dull weathers of winter season. The first stanza describes the activities that happen in the bright weathers of spring season, which both the cuckoo and the poet like. In this season, small rain flows over sharp points of chestnut fruit and leaves. The baby birds grow up and begin to fly. The nightingale sings sweetly. The guests sit outside to enjoy the weather, and the birds sing. The young ladies come out wearing fine colorful dresses. People like to visit the beautiful places of the south and west part. Thus, on the other hand, in the second stanza, it describes the activities that happen in the harsh, lazy and dull weathers of winter season, which both, the cuckoo and the poet dislike, or let's say they hate. In this season, the green leaves of the trees turn dry, change into brown and dawn color, fall down onto the ground and pile up on several layers. Very big tides rise in the sea and hit the side of the sea again and again. The drops of the dew hang in a row on gate bars. The birds, rooks, return homewards with their family. So, it is the paraphrase of the poem. Now, let's go to the questions. So, the first question, let me put for you. Answer the following questions. Question number 1, A. The question reads, what is the similarity between the speaker and the cuckoo? What is the similarity between the speaker, the poet, and the cuckoo, the bird? So what similarity do you find here in the poem? It means both of them, both the poet and the cuckoo, they like spring season and they dislike, or let's say they hate, winter season. Right? Well, now second question, question B. What do the nestlings and the nightingales do? In the poem, you have to answer like this. Nestlings fly and nightingales sing their best. Right? Okay. So the last question, why do rooks go home? They go home to find suitable weather. Right? See. Now question number B, find the words from the poem which are similar in meaning to the following words. And there are 4 words. Okay? You have to find the words that are similar in meaning to these words. From the poem, you have to find the words that are similar in meaning to these words. So the first word is sake, S-H-A-K, sake. So we have to find the word in the poem which is synonymous to it. So it is bitambal. You can see there, bitambal. Similarly, the second word, ladies. So what is the similar word? What is the word that is similar in meaning to this word? See here, it's maids, M-A-I-D-S. Can you see here? Yeah. And the third word, that is dislikes. Okay? So what is synonymous to this word dislikes? It is sounds, S-H-U-N-S, sounds. And the last word, line, L-I-N-E. So the word in the poem which is similar in meaning to this word is R-O-W, row, right? So that's all about this question number 1. Now let's move to question number 2. And question number 2, which is also a syntax that you know. And now I'm bound to complete the class within certain time, so I'm unable to read out the entire text. Instead, you please get textbook in your hand, and I will summarize the text, right? See, so it is about that farming. My parents were not able to pay for my higher studies. Okay, so you see this text. Yeah, did you get it? Well, so I'm not going to read the whole text for you because I'm confined with time, so let me summarize it. Here in the text, the narrator has put a scenery of our entire farming system. We were conventional. We were so traditional at that time, I mean then and even today. The situation in Nepalese farming is the same. Not a drastic change has been brought. The writer, however, has made a comparison that English farming has brought an extreme change, and thus they can easily carry out the works in their fields. Well, this is what I made sum up of this entire text. Now let's rewind and go back to the first paragraph in which the narrator expressed that he was in need of a job for his higher studies, since his parents could not afford the expenses. So for the writer, let's say for the narrator, the job was a must, for him at least to keep prestige of his own, because he had already earned the school degree. And in search of job, he wandered here and there, but he failed to be employed, right? Although working in the field was not regarded as a decent or good work, he was compelled to work in the fields with his parents because there was no option left for him. Gradually, he enjoyed work in the fields. He preferred monsoon season to work in the field because they didn't have to irrigate the field. Monsoon was the cool weather for them, I mean for the workers. They enjoyed their work in the swampy and cord-like soil. They had a fun too with the young co-workers. Thus they liked working in the monsoon. However, the narrator had a feeling of disgust and detraction that they were bored in their work in summer. It was difficult too, because they had to irrigate the entire field by themselves. I mean with their own physical effort. Sometimes dipping the baskets even 4 feet down. They had to swing the suspended baskets or buckets to irrigate the field in the summer. They felt very tired then. But the writer expressed that he heard about European farmers that they could do their farming even more easily and quickly. However, our farming system is the same now. There's no any innovation. Yeah, so that's all about the text, which begins with my parents were not able to pay for my higher studies. Right? Okay. So well, students, that's all about it. And now let's move to some exercises that are asked here. So the first exercise is of matching. Match the words in column A with their meanings in column B, right? Okay. So here you have to find the correct match for the word drizzling, right? And column B in right hand side, there are 4 options, right? 5 options. The options are, or the matchings are, not interesting, hard work, irrigate, strong thick strings, and raining lightly, right? Let me repeat it. Not interesting, hard work, irrigate, strong thick strings, raining lightly. So what is the correct match for the drizzling? You have to find the meaning. So drizzling means raining lightly. The next word, boring. So boring means which one? It is not interesting. Next one, chords. C-O-R-D-S, chords. You know chords means strong thick strings. And the last, water. Here it has been used as verb, and water means irrigate, right? Okay, so now let's move to question number B of the same text. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate words, right? Okay, the first sentence, incomplete sentence that you have to complete, finding the appropriate words from the text. The writer was asked to help his ... in the fields. Who was the writer asked to help? Okay, so he was, or the writer was asked to help his mother in the fields, right? Okay, the second question, the writer tried his best to find a ... but could not succeed. What did he try his best? To find what? To find a job. Yes, the writer tried his best to find a job but could not succeed. And the third one, it was very difficult for the writer to work in the ... season. In which season the narrator felt very difficult? In summer season. The last one of exercise B, 2 people could irrigate ... of land a day. How many acres of land? Just half an acre of land, right? So the question number C, answer the following questions. And the first question is, why did the writer want to get a job? Yeah, just you try. Yes, the writer wanted to get a job because he had to afford his higher studies since his parents were not able to pay for it. Okay. Similarly, second question, how was the land irrigated in the summer? How was it irrigated? It was irrigated by dipping the suspended buckets or baskets, sometimes even 4 feet down. And with a single throw, they had to do all this. They had to depend on their own muscles for irrigation in the summer. The last question, what did the writer come to know about English farmers? Yeah, so it has been mentioned in the last paragraph. He came to know that, or he knew that an English farmer can carry out the work easily, even 8 times faster, right? Okay, so this is all about syntax. And you know, in question number 3 and 4, they are of on syntax, right? So in our previous classes, we had already discussed about them. Similarly, 5, 6, and 7 as well. So now let's move to question number 8, which is of grammar, right? Yeah. So choose and copy the best answer from the brackets. Okay. The first one, let me read it out. The sun is ... star. And you have to insert the appropriate article, a and the. The sun is a star. Okay. Number B, I always meet her ... the way to work. And now you have to supply the correct preposition. In, on, to. I always meet her on the way to work. Similarly, number C, somebody will help them. Here you have to supply the correct tag. Somebody will help them. The alternatives are, don't they, won't they, won't he. Which one? Yes, won't they. Why? Because see, you can see there in the statement there is auxiliary will. So while this the statement is in affirmative form, okay, the tag should be negative, and the negative will is want. And if there is somebody, someone, anybody, anyone, everyone, everybody, okay, you have to send this into they as pronoun in the tag. So want they. Some of the boys in my class did it quite interesting. Here you have to find the concord. We call it subject verb agreement as well. Some of the boys in my class did it quite interesting. Is, was, are. Okay? So what is the correct answer? Are. Why? Some of the boys means the subject is plural. That is why we need plural verb. Okay, now number E. Did Anu all the exams? And the options are takes, took, take. Verb 1, verb 2, and verb 5. Did Anu all the exams? So there must be verb 1. After do, does, and did, while making negative sentence and while making these yes/no questions. Okay, so with do, does, and did, we have to use verb 1. Number F. My father likes tea, but I ... And the options are don't, doesn't, won't. My father likes tea. See this. So it is in simple present tense. My father likes tea, but I... So what is the expected answer? Here also the same tense. Simple present. Okay. So which option, which alternative matches the best with the subject I? You cannot say I doesn't, right? So won't. Here won't, it is simple future, so it is not expected here. So, but I don't. Next, don't cross the road. The bus ... comes, is coming, come. So don't cross the road. The bus is coming, right? Yeah. Number S. They promise us higher wages. We ... promised higher wages. Are, were, have been. They promise us higher wages. Now you have to send this into passive voice. So what is the object here? Us means we. And they promise us higher wages. Promise, verb 1. So you have to change, while changing into passive voice, we have to use are plus verb 3. So we are promised higher wages. He said to me, where ... now. Now you have to supply the correct verb in the direct speech. He said to me, where ... now. You are going, are you going, where are you going? Okay, so where are you going now? In direct speech, we have to keep the same, right? We cannot send this into statement. Where are you going now? Number J. He has not written home. ... I have called him twice. The options are whether, so that, although. He has not written home. ... I have called him twice. So here is the unsuitable reason of the statement. He has not written home, although I have called him twice. If you write well, you ... the exam. Options are will pass, would have passed. So what is the correct option here? What is the correct answer? If you write well, this is related to conditional sentence, right? If sentence we call it as well. If you write well in if clause, there is verb 1 or verb 5, I mean this first type. And if so, in the main clause we have to use shall, will, may, must, okay, can plus verb 1. So what is given here? Will plus verb 1. If you write well, you will pass the exam. And the last problem, grammatical problem of question number 8. The teacher got Sam ... a glass of water for him. Options are bring, brings, to bring. See, this is related to causative verb. The teacher got Sam. So after get verb, what is here? Agent. So if get plus agent, we have to use to infinitive. 2 plus verb 1. The teacher got Sam to bring a glass of water for him. And now the contextual grammar. The last question, question number 9. So they are related to each other, right? Choose and copy the best answer from the alternatives given in the brackets. Let me read it out first. It was my birthday. All of my friends gathered in my room. They were ... their best dresses. They were ... their best dresses. Options are on, in, with. So they were on their best dresses, or they were in their best dresses, or they were with their best dresses. What is the correct preposition here? They were in their best dresses, with ornaments, with dresses, right? Clothes. We have to use which preposition? In. Okay, let's continue. I ... nice food for them before they came. It's related to tense. See, I ... nice food for them before they came. And the options are had prepared, and prepared. Verb 1, verb 2, and had plus verb 3. Right? Simple present, simple past, and past perfect. See, there are two clauses. Okay? So, in before clause, what is there? Verb 2. Before they came. So, in the main clause, what should be there? There should be, if in before clause there is verb 2, in the main clause there should be past perfect, had plus verb 3. I had prepared nice food for them before they came. Okay. First, I served them finger chips and cold drinks. I had my younger sister ... me serve the food to them. Now, it's related to causative verb. I had my younger sister ... me serve the food to them. See. So, what causative verb is here? Had means have plus agent. I had my younger sister. Have plus agent. If have plus agent, then what verb should we use? Verb 1. Right? So, I had my younger sister help me serve the food to them. Okay, let's continue. One of my friends said, if you kindly ... us beer, we would be very happy. If you kindly ... us beer, we would be very happy. Now conditional. So, see the main clause. In the main clause, there is would plus verb 1. If there is would, could, might, should plus verb 1. In if clause, what should be there? There should be past tense. I mean, simple past. That is verb 2. So, if you kindly offered us beer, we would be very happy. And ... pleasure of the party would double. And ... now article. And ... pleasure of the party would double. So, what should be here? The pleasure of the party would double. Some of my friends said that. Now it's related to reported speech. Some of my friends said that ... for a moment. Some of my friends said that the options are it is a good idea, it was a good idea, it had been a good idea. Right? So what should be here? It is, the expected answer is it was a good idea. Why? Because it has been given in the indirect speech. Okay? Some of my friends said that it was a good idea. Right? For a moment, I thought I should have managed beer too. But later I realized that it was not good to have alcoholic drinks at such a younger age. Everybody ... juice, I said to myself. And the options are likes, like, liked. It's given in, inverted marks. Okay? So, direct speech. Everybody likes or like or liked. The expected answer is in simple present. So, everybody likes juice, I said to myself. So, I ... my friends varieties of juices. So, I served, was served, is served. What is the expected answer? So, I served, because all the events, all the activities that are being, put in the past tense. So, here should be also simple past. Right? So, I served my friends varieties of juices. They liked very much. Which they liked very much. What they liked very much. Who they liked very much. Which one? which they liked very much, because this is related. This relative pronoun is related to this juices. So, which. Then I offered them a nice dinner. At the end, I said, all of you have enjoyed the party. ... means now you have to supply the correct tag. And the alternatives are, haven't you, haven't all, haven't they. See, all of you have enjoyed the party. So what is? Haven't they, haven't all, haven't you. See, so auxiliary is have. So negative tag haven't, and all of you means same pronoun you. So haven't you, right? So hope you'll do your best tomorrow. Well, now it's time to say goodbye to you all, and for upcoming SLC examination, all the best. See you. Bye.
आजको कार्यक्रम रेडियो पाठशालाको अङ्कमा अङ्ग्रेजी विषयको अध्यापन गराउँदै हुनुहुन्थ्यो भरतपुर स्थित अर्किड उच्च माध्यमिक विद्यालयका सहप्राचार्य ओमराज मैनाली। भोलि हुने अङ्ग्रेजी विषयको परीक्षाको लागि एसएससी दिने सम्पूर्ण परीक्षार्थीहरूलाई धेरै धेरै शुभकामना। आजको कार्यक्रम रेडियो पाठशाला यही सकिन्छ। हामी सबै बिदा हुन्छौँ। हवस् त, नमस्कार, शुभरात्रि।